See, I told you I was gonna be here in a few seconds. But anyways, welcome back to the Stanley Parable, part final maybe, or maybe I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And yeah, so we're gonna see what this is gonna keep on continuing. There will probably be more episodes of this game because I know there's a little bit more stuff, just like in every a game that has narrative and talk and interesting stuff like this. I bet there's probably more. So anyways. Let's continue. Last episode, we're walking around in circles and try to find our way to the beginning.
Oh, hold up. What's this?
What?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the
oh God!
Stopped. Does that
What?
mean did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
Yes.
The
Did it?
whatever it is that made this schedule?
Woo!
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Yeah. Door.
So.
Door.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know,
Oh,
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
No.
Well, in the meantime...
Oh. Oh, I think we broke it. Oh, narrator. It means me and the narrator broke this game even more. This is not good for our health. More and more and more and more.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
What?
mean?
He's still...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Is everything okay?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to go downstairs. Yeah. Downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my God.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeated?
Yeah.
No,
What?
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This
What
can't
are you
be
doing?
real. And at
Wait.
last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
I think the leaf
I'm
is doing it.
dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Yeah.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself
I
soaring
worship
through
the cold
space on a
jinx
magical
more.
starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
I
How
must
was he
worship.
remaining so lucid?
I must
And then
worship
perhaps the
more.
strangest question of them all entered Stanley's
Must
head.
worship
One he was
more.
amazed he hadn't asked
I
himself
must
sooner.
worship more.
Why is there a voice in my head
must
dictating
worship
everything that
more.
I'm doing and thinking?
I must
Now the
worship
voice was
more.
describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all
Oh,
people
this
in their
me,
dreams,
cold
the
drinks.
truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Worship.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh God!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? Black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow. What? What just happened? Oh no, my gosh!
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
What?
had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
See if we ain't change.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Oh, calm down!
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed,
Whoa! Why'd you turn?
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Fine then. Gosh, you jerk. I was happy. Okay, I'll be back when I get to the control panels, because I noticed there was an on button at the end, so. Okay, on!
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
Wait, what?
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Uh-oh.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper
Uh-oh.
DNA identification,
Oh,
nuclear
God.
detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this means, I barely know where to start.
Oh my gosh.
What's that?
Oh god.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
That's five.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
Oh my gosh.
Grow on trees.
Oh gosh.
Oh my dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Why?
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Wait,
I mean,
hold on.
look at
2,
running from button to button,
Two.
screen to screen,
Two,
clicking on
three.
every little thing in this room.
Wait, hold on.
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything,
Okay,
anything,
wait.
something here will
1,
save
2.
me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
3.
1 solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place
Oh my god.
is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Oh
but here's
my
a spoiler
god.
for you. That timer isn't a
Wait,
catalyst to
one.
keep the action moving along. It's
One,
just seconds
2,
ticking away to
3.
your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see
I
you
need to-
made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a
Oh
tragedy.
no!
You
Oh
wanted
god!
to control this world, that's fine. I'm
No,
going to
that's
destroy
4.
it first,
That's 5.
so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
Okay, go,
Not with
go.
Make it count. Or don't.
Oh,
It's all
10, 9.
all
Oh
about
god,
you.
no,
And believe
no.
me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever.
Ah! Oh, no, I didn't have enough time. I just finally noticed what the code was, and I didn't have enough time.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Okay, so that is it until now. I will be playing this in about like 4 or 5 days. Completing everything about that, and I'll probably be the final episode there. But yeah, that was really intense, and all of this was fun. And you guys got 3 episodes today, so you guys are very lucky. Don't even say you're not lucky. But anyways, it's been really fun. And also I said I was gonna ask you guys why I was gonna make 3 videos today. The reason behind that is I'm gonna be going to Oregon, and one of my mom's sisters died a couple weeks ago, and we have to go to the funeral. So that's why I'm not gonna really bring my computer, and or if I did, I wouldn't be able to play any games like online or do anything unless if it's offline games, and I wouldn't be able to record. But once I do get back, I will be recording some more and stuff, and that's why I'm making 3 videos today just to finish it off, and I'll top it in 4 more days, and also play another game on that day too, which I'm gonna kind of scroll down and see what other games are. I'm gonna try to play a horror game, so keep in faith with that. Just remember to keep that in your heart and don't leave it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure playing this game. It's been a pleasure with you guys watching. And as always, stay fiery, my friends. Bye-bye! Then you're gonna go bye-bye. And the narrator dies.